Tarot here again today, and I just want to get the card for the collective at this time. Please, guys, spirit, guys, higher divine spirit, please help me clarify for the collective. What wants to come up for the collective at this time? What wants to come up for the collective at this time? Please and thank you, spirit. What wants to come up for the collective at this time? Please and thank you, spirit. All right? So let's see what wants to come up for the collective at this time. Please and thank you, spirit. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hi, Diane. Hi, Dr. Mamoon. All right, so 4 of Wands is prosperity is coming in for you guys. Prosperity is coming in for you guys, okay? So the 4 of Wands is a happy moon card. I mean, happy moon. Happy card. Happy life card, okay? So this is an abundance card, so it's 11:11 on the clock. You guys need to make a wish right now with the 4 of Wands, okay? Also, with the Page of Swords, most of you guys are called to maybe go back to school. If not that, maybe get a new job, okay? That involves you guys using your voice with the Page of Swords. Be careful when you guys move up the social ladder, because there are a lot of betrayals that's going to come in. But obviously, everyone knows that when those things happen, it's like that, all right? All right, so let me just get some words of wisdom for the collective. Please, God, spirit, guys, higher divine spirit, please help me clarify for the collective at this time. Can I get some words of wisdom, please, and thank you, spirit? Can I get 3 to 6 cards, please, spirit? Please and thank you, spirit. All right, so here you go. Okay, so someone wants to apologize very soon. I don't know if you guys went through something in the past, but someone really wants to apologize in the future. And it's saying that one day you guys are going to get what you wish for, whether that's in a career or your love life as well, okay? There are many possibilities as long as you take a risk. And someone is longing for this situation, okay? All right? But this is coming in for you guys, and loyalty is also there. This is crazy, but a lot of these are connected to each other. So whoever sees this, a words of wisdom is the loyalty card. And then longing for somebody, someone's longing for you. Many possibilities are coming in for you guys. An apology. And one day you guys are going to be very successful. That's what it's saying. But that's what's coming in for the words of wisdom, okay? All right? That is for the collective. All right, so... All right, let's get it cracking. Let's get it started. I will end my live stream at 7, okay? All right, so I'm doing okay. How are you doing, Dr. Mamoon? Thank you for asking. All right, okay, for Starry Night. How does JP feel about Starry Night? How does JP feel about Starry Night? Please and thank you, spirit. How does JP feel about Starry Night? Can I get 3 to 6 cards, please, for this situation, please, and thank you, spirit. All right, how does JP feel about Starry Night at this time? All right, I got 1 card. Can I get 2 more cards, please, spirit? How does JP feel about Starry Night at the moment? All right, so what should... Okay. All right, so what's going on with the situation for Starry Night? I got to tell you that they might be a little bit sensitive or going through something like that makes them a little bit overly sensitive within the relationship. They might be a little bit selfish at this time. They may be just thinking about themselves at this time, because I think they are not feeling very successful. And I think a lot of people is going through the same situation where they're not feeling as successful as they want to be in order to be in a relationship. Right now, you don't actually have to have a lot of money to be in a relationship, but for many people, they'd rather be stable in order to be in a relationship. But this is Starry Night for you. Your person doesn't feel stable to come towards you within this relationship just yet. But within your future, though, the Death card is there, so they do want a revival and a rebirth of a new love. But as of right now, they don't feel as stable as they want it to be. Okay. But that is my reading for you, okay? All right, let's move on. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Ayushi, Chelsea Daly. Okay, Dr. Mamoon. Okay, what is the general guidance for Dr. Mamoon? What is the general guidance for Dr. Mamoon, please, and thank you, Spirit? What is the general guidance for Dr. Mamoon, please, and thank you, Spirit? Guys, the full moon is coming out tomorrow. So make sure you guys start praying up, because every full moon is a good time to do a manifestation. But that's if you guys believe it, you know. Alright, so for Dr. Mamoon, what is the general guidance for Dr. Mamoon at this time? What is the general guidance for Dr. Mamoon? Okay, let's see what came up. Alright, Dr. Mamoon, what I see for you is you are exhausted. Someone's being ungrateful within your energy. I don't know who this is, but someone in your surrounding, whether that's your family member or a friend, someone that you helped in the past or try to help, is a little bit ungrateful at this time. All right, take how it resonates. Also, you might feel a little bit exhausted. You feel like you're going through a lot of hard times at the moment. And there is some sort of betrayal energy. Someone is trying to manipulate a situation for Dr. Mamoon. But I gotta tell you, regardless if you're a man or a woman, you are in the Emperor energy. So you are very stern. People cannot get one over you. You're very smart. Nobody can tell you what to do, because the Emperor card is very cutthroat. You're going to be in this energy very soon. If someone wants to start with you, they cannot get a hold of you, because you're very smart. You're very strategic, okay? But yeah, for your current situation, there's nothing really bad. You just got to watch out for a lot of people who's being ungrateful towards you at this time, and people who are selfish. But your energy is the Emperor card, so the Emperor card is really strong. All right, so nobody can start anything with you, because you kind of already know how to play the game, and you already know how to strategize, you know what I mean? But that is for Dr. Mamoon. All right, so for Ayushi, general guidance for Ayushi. Can I get a general card for Ayushi, please, and thank you? All right. Hey, Carolyn doesn't care. Hi, Diane. Hi, Star Angel Tarot. Hi, Chelsea Daly. Okay. All right. So I will read in order. You guys get the gist, right? All right. So can I get the general guidance for Ayushi? Ayushi. Can I get the general guidance for Ayushi, please, and thank you, Spirit? Can I get 3 6 cards, please, Spirit, please, and thank you, Spirit? All right. All right, let's see. Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? Just for Ayushi. What is the general guidance for Ayushi right now, please, and thank you, Spirit? What's the general guidance for Ayushi right now, please, and thank you, Spirit? Oh. All right, this is a lot of stuff is going on for Ayushi. I think you're thinking too much, because when the cards flip out like that, randomly, and it's all over the place, that means that you're thinking way too much. You need to balance your energy at this time, okay? So can I just get one more card for Ayushi, please, and thank you finally, okay? All right, so these cards fell out on the floor, so be patient with me, guys. But I gotta say, for Ayushi, you're going through a new prosperity within love and career. This means success. A lot of people do see you as a loving energy. You will find that a lot of people are going to come towards you with positivity, okay? And also, you might go through a sort of non-traditional education. You might not want to do college degree, or you might not want to go get a certificate, but you might want to do something different as compared to what other people usually do, okay? And yeah, you might be a little bit out of touch with reality right now, but you're gonna snap back into it. But I gotta tell you, in the future, maybe if you want to take a different type of education, whether that's getting a mentorship. I remember you told me that you was doing something with acting. Maybe you want to get mentorship with acting, right? Also with the Ace of Cups, so a lot of people will want you to mentor them, or you will get a mentor as well, okay? That is my reading for Ayushi, all right? All right, let's move on. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Star Angel. All right, Chelsea Daly. All right, so for Chelsea Daly, what are some urgent messages for Chelsea Daly? All right, so what urgent messages for Chelsea Daly at this time? What does she need to know? Can I get 2 more cards, please, Spirit? This card has been coming up for many people. Be aware that when you guys move up the social ladder, there's going to be a lot of haters. So you guys just got to balance your energy and don't pay anybody any mind. Mind your own business. Don't pay attention to office politics, okay? All right? If anyone is asking me why they got timed out, it has nothing to do with me. I don't know if my moderators timed you out or if YouTube didn't send you any notification. But if you guys are asking me why you got timed out, that has nothing to do with me, okay? All right? So let's just make that clear. I have not even blocked anybody, to be honest with you. Let me just go in order. Sorry, guys. The chat kind of ruined this situation because people kept chatting and then it just went all over the place. All right, so can I get an urgent message for Chelsea Daly? All right. Yeah, if anybody asks me why they got timed out, that has nothing to do with me. It doesn't. And if I ever time you guys out, I'll tell you the truth. I'm an honest person. I'll say that, yeah, I did time you out because you're spamming me. But if I didn't time you out, that has nothing to do with me, okay? All right, so can I get 2 more cards, please, Spirit? You might want to ask my moderators that whoever timed you out. So it has nothing to do with me. All right, can I get 1 more card, please, Spirit, for... The only reason why my moderators time you out is if they're thinking that you're spamming me and you're asking more than one question, or you're like constantly trolling me, or they feel like you're saying something inappropriate, they're gonna time you out. But if that is not the case, just ask the question again. It's not that hard to do, you know. All right, so for Chelsea Daly, what is the urgent messages from Spirit for Chelsea Daly? Chelsea Daly, you have the Strength card. Chelsea Daly, listen carefully. You have the Strength card. Whatever you want to do, you can overcome any obstacle. I do also feel like people come towards you for mentorship. People feel like they can come towards you for strength as well because you have this mighty aura about you that people can just be under your wing and they feel protected, all right? Also, 7 of Wands means that you are in a favorable position. No matter what you do, you will be in a favorable position. You see how this person's fighting on top of these wands? This person's on the top. So it's not like they're losing anything, right? But I gotta remind you guys that a lot of you guys are going through the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords energy means that there's some sort of betrayal. Someone's jealous, someone's insecure, someone's playing the victim. So for Chelsea Daly, be careful with this. But other than that, you got the Strength. You are in a favorable position, okay? All right? If you guys are new to my channel, please be patient. I am reading in order, okay? If you like my vibes, please do subscribe. Please do share my live stream, all right? So I can help other people out, all right? For Carolyn Doesn't Care. General reading for Carolyn Doesn't Care. Can I get a general reading for Carolyn Doesn't Care? You know, it's funny, like, on weekdays, I have no, on weekdays, because obviously I have another job. So on weekdays, I'm not going to argue with anybody. If you say something, I'm just going to like let it fly and let it go because I came off of a long day with working with students. I don't need to argue with anybody on live stream. So I'm just like, whatever. If people want to say what they want to say, I don't really care. Because I literally have a job outside of this, you know. So I don't have the time and patience to be arguing with anybody on live stream. Yeah. So for Carolyn Doesn't Care, what's the general guidance for Carolyn Doesn't Care? All right, please and thank you, Spirit. And also, I'm just regaining my voice back, so that's the reason why I'm not really trying to say too much. Just trying to preserve my voice. All right, so can I get 1 more card, please, Spirit? Can I get 1 more card, please, Spirit? For Carolyn Doesn't Care. Remember, guys, if you guys are asking 2 or more questions, you guys need to take maybe 5 minutes break or something because you want other people to have a chance to ask their question too. Because I get it, these are live free readings, but you guys need to give other people a chance, okay? All right. So for Carolyn Doesn't Care, what is your general guidance for you? You got the 4 of Wands for Who the fuck am I reading for? Carolyn doesn't care. Four of Wands is for you. This is saying that you will have a happy life, success. This is an 1111 card. So you need to do your prayers right now. Whatever you want, you're going to get it very soon. Because this is success card. You are going through a new prosperity, a new success. Your emotions is very high. People like your emotions. People like your aura. They do want to come towards you for mentorship, okay? There is a new beginning. You're not going through pain anymore. Carolyn doesn't care. You are rejuvenating at this time, all right? And your journey might be a little bit postponed with the Six of Swords in reverse, but it doesn't matter because you got the Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands. People like your aura, and you're going to get happiness very soon. Whatever happiness that you want, you're going to get, okay? That is my reading for Carolyn Doesn't Care, okay? All right, for Star Angel Tarot. Hi, Haiti Rodriguez. For Star Angel Tarot, do you see me having kids in the future? Good question. All right, for Star Angel Tarot. Will Star Angel Tarot have kids? And if they do, how many kids? Will Star Angel Tarot have kids, and how many if they do, okay? Please thank you, Spirit, for the clarity. All right, 2121. Angel numbers, synchronicities. You guys need to do your prayers, okay? Tomorrow is a full moon, so you guys got to pray up, okay? All right, can I get one more card? No, yeah, one more card. Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? Can I get one more card, please, Spirit, for Star Angel Tarot? Please and thank you, Spirit. How many kids will they have if they do have some? All right. Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? One more card, please, Spirit. It's always that last card that do not want to come out for whatever reason. Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? And every time I say that, it comes out. I'm telling you. All right, so for Star Angel Tarot, will you have kids in the future? Star Angel Tarot, I can tell you that you can have kids in the future. I don't know how old you are, Star Angel Tarot, but be mindful when you do have a kid. You might end up, and I don't want to say this in a mean way, but I am an honest reader. I want to tell you that when you have a kid, you might end up developing some certain health issue. I'm not saying it's a serious health issue. It could just be something minor. Or before you have a kid, you might go through some sort of sickness, and then you can have a kid. Because I don't know how old you are, but I can say that there is some sort of like this disease-ridden type of sickness. You can have kids, but be careful, be mindful that when you have a kid, though, I don't know what age you're gonna have a kid, but I gotta say that you might end up getting sick, or you might get a sickness before you have a kid. Now, I'm not saying that as a scary thing. I'm just saying that it could just be a minor illness, okay? But I gotta say, I think you might have between 1 through 4 kids if you do have kids. All right, but kids are expensive. I wouldn't advise you to have 4 kids. But I do see the Knight of Cups. That is one child with the 1 cup. And then with the 4 of Swords, this is 4, obviously. So between 1 and 4 kids, okay? But yeah. And I do think that if you do have kids, they might either be a water sign, an air sign, or a fire sign, okay? That is my reading for Star Angel. All right. Hi, Haiti Rodriguez. AAA. I'm doing fine. How are you doing? For AAA. Will AAA be able to pay the rent? Will AAA be able to pay the rent? Will AAA be able to pay the rent at this time? If you guys like my vibes, please do subscribe. Please do share my live stream, okay? All right, so for AAA, let's see. Will they be able to pay their rent in April? Will they be able to pay their rent in April? Can I get 3 more cards, please, Spirit? Can I get 3 more cards, please, Spirit? I will end this live stream at 7 Eastern. All right. All right, let's see. Can I get 1 more card, please, Spirit? Will they be able to pay the rent in April? Will they be able to pay the rent in April, please? And thank you, Spirit. All right, so okay, you might need some help with paying your bills. I don't know if you have any family members or a close friend that you can sort of like lean on at the moment, because you have a lot of cards that say journey postponed or relationship is imbalanced. So this could be meaning that you might not have a positive relationship with your landlord as of right now because you're not able to pay up your bill. But I would say if you do have a close family or friend, you might need to ask for help. I do see that you can pay your bills, but it requires you to have to mend a relationship or to make a new relationship. Also, you will be in the King of Wands energy. So yes, you can pay your bill in April for rent, but you also need to lean on people that you can trust, okay? That is my reading for AAA, okay? All right. Okay. Akshta, you're welcome. Ayushi, you're welcome. Starry Night. Haiti. Hi Sabata. Deepti Shadhari. Um When will Ahish or anyone come back into my life? For Deepti Shadhari, when will Ashish, I'm gonna butcher these names, and I could tell you these are Indian names for sure. I'm gonna butcher these names big time. Um, so when is Ashish gonna come back? When is Ashish gonna come back? Hey, at least I freaking tried. Some people do not give a shit. They don't care about your name. They just kind of butcher your name and don't. People butcher my name all the time, and they don't care. So for Deepti Shadhari, when will the love of your life come back? I gotta tell you, 2222, you got the Lovers card for Deepti Shadhari, the Sun, and also the Magician. Whatever, you are a great manifester. You need to pray to your spirit, guys. Whatever you want, you're going to get. All right? I do believe that there will be new lovers, and it can also be reconciliation. Whatever you want for Deepti Shadhari, you can get, because you got the Sun card. That's a very positive card. You got the Magician, and then you got the Lovers. I'm telling you. So for Deepti Shadhari, if you want someone from the past, you can get someone from the past. If you want somebody new, you can also get somebody new, okay? Anybody that you want, you can get, because you got the Great Manifestor, right? That is my reading for Deepti Shadhari, okay? Hi, Sabata. Hi, Anything 7424. Ayushi says sending you positive energy. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. I'm going to do a reading for Anything 7424. Gomo Lemo. Sabata, hi Cleo. All right, within that order. You're welcome, Dr. Mamoon. If you like my vibes, please do subscribe. Please do share my live stream, okay? All right, so for Anything 7424, what's coming in for Anything 7424? Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, Spirit. Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? Can I get one more card, please, Spirit, for Anything 7424? What's coming in for Anything 7424? Romantically, you might be romantically going to be in a relationship with someone that has a lot of morals and values, okay? You will know this person if someone stands their ground and don't follow the crowd. They are very independent. They think for themselves. Anything 7424. Your relationship is going to revolve someone with high morals and values. Very high standard, okay? Also, your future person is going to be someone that's hardworking. Now, they may be born from a poor family, and they know how it feels to be poor, and they work really hard for the money. If it's not that, they also could be middle class, and they just work hard in general, okay? And also, they might be a little bit frugal. They don't want to spend too much money because they want to save up money for a rainy day. Very smart person, okay? And when you meet your future partner, they are going to rebuild. You're going to notice that they don't do things the same like other people. They are seeing things in a positive light. They're very positive, okay? That is my reading for anything 7424, okay? All right, so for Gomo Lemo Mackenzie, what is the future of the relationship with Bibbs for Gomo Lemo Mackenzie? All right, please do like, share, subscribe, okay? All right, so for Gomo Lemo Mackenzie, what is the future of this relationship with Bibbs? What is the future relationship of them and Bibbs? Please and thank you, Spirit. Can I get 2 more cards, please, Spirit? Can I get 2 more cards, please, Spirit? Can I get 1 more card, please, Spirit, for this situation, please, and thank you, Spirit. Can I get 2 more cards for Gomo Lemo? Can I get 2 more cards for Gomo Lemo, please, and thank you, Spirit? Please and thank you, Spirit. All right. Okay, well, how much did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 cards for Gomo Lemo, okay? All right, so what's going on with the situation, all right? All right, for Gomo Lemo Mackenzie, the future of your relationship with Bibbs. All right, your spirit guides is saying to not rush the situation. Let your relationship go with the flow, okay? Do communicate, but it might be friendly at first. You just let it go with the flow. Don't rush the situation. I do think that they might be imbalanced within their career right now for Gomo Lemo, which is the reason why they're not coming towards you right now and they're not rushing the situation. Now, do they have love for you? Yes, because I see the King of Cups for you, for Bibbs, whoever this person is. Regardless if they're a man or a woman, they are going to be in the divine masculine energy at the moment. They might be observing you from afar. They are still attracted to you. But they are working on their abundance right now, okay? I do think that your relationship is going to go really well. This is a romantic person. This is someone that's very sensitive, very emotional. They're also very generous at the same time. They like to give back to the community. They understand the law of the universe. The more they give back to the universe, the more they're going to get back, right? And also, this person likes a new challenge, right? They also like to communicate with you. They are very positive. They are also a professional person, all right? So within this relationship for Gomo Lemo Mackenzie, your relationship is going to go well, but they're not rushing the situation right now because they want to kind of balance their stability within their career or their job, all right? That is my reading for Gomo Lemo Mackenzie, okay? All right, for Sabata. For Sabata. Hi, Cleo. How are you doing, my friend? All right, for Sabata. How will this exam go on March 5th? What will the result be for this exam? How will this exam go for March 5th? Okay? How will this exam go for March 5th for Sabata? Okay, that one will come up. All right, so Sabata, you don't have to worry about this exam. You are clearly going to pass this exam because you got 3 yeses. 3 yeses, Sabata. Look, you got the 3 of Wands, which means that you are going to be celebrating. You are going to be traveling. You got the Ace of Cups, which is saying that your communication, your passion is there. You also got the 8 of Pentacles, which means that you are putting in a lot of work to study. So, Sabata, don't worry about this exam. You're going to pass it for real, for real. Okay, you got 3 yeses. Out of the 3 cards, you got 3 yeses. Okay, 26, 26, a lot of synchronicities. Pay attention to that. A lot of your angels is protecting you right now. Okay, all right, Cleo. Hi, Cleo. You're welcome, Dr. Mamoon. All right, Mamoon 709. Mamoon 709. All right, hi, brother. I hope you well. How will this year be money-wise and family-wise? Okay, for Mamoon, I'm going to do a reading for Mamoon, and I'm going to do a reading for Arushi Jadhav. All right? All right. So, all right, so, let's see what's going on with the situation for Mamoon. What's going on with the situation for Mamoon? All right, how will their money and family be like for this year, 2026? All right, High Spring 6051. I'm going to do a general reading for Cleo, and I'm going to do a general reading for Jewel. Okay. All right. So Mamoon. For Mamoon, what's going on with Mamoon? Family wise and money wise, what's gonna happen for them? Okay. All right. So from the moon, what's gonna go on with your family life and money wise? Don't be stingy, because you know why I'm saying don't be stingy. Continue to be a generous person, Moon. I gotta say the King of Pentacles is coming out for you, so your money's gonna be great within this year. Okay, you're fine with money. Your spirit guides in the universe is saying that you are blessed with money very soon, but you need to also be giving to your surroundings at this time. Your family might be a little bit unhappy right now. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's your mom, dad, your sister, your brother, or something around. They might be a little bit unhappy as of right now. I don't know what this is. Maybe they just might be a little bit moody, but I do think that they really love you though. With the Queen of Cups, okay? So for a moon, your money situation is gonna be fine, and then your family situation is gonna be fine, okay? Don't worry about it, all right? A little bit hiccups, but you'll be fine, all right? All right, for Arushi Jadhav. For Arushi Jadhav, okay? Let's see. What does Saraya think of Arushi in terms of marriage? What does Surya think of Arushi for marriage? What does Surya think of Arushi for marriage? What does Ursha think of Arushi for marriage? Please and thank you, Spirit. Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? One more card, please, Spirit. There you go. All right, so with this situation for Arashi Jadhav, they feel like this situation's a little bit unbalanced. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because you got the Lovers in reverse and the Justice in reverse. If it was upright like this, the Lovers card is positive and the Justice card is good karma. But this came up in reverse. So for Arushi, your person Surya, right, might be a little bit imbalanced with love, but I do think that in the future they will want to come towards you for marriage. But this marriage is gonna cost a lot of money. I don't know what you guys do within your culture. I don't know how much money you're gonna spend on your wedding, but they are saving up their money right now. They're being a little bit frugal just in case they do come towards you for a marriage proposal, okay? That is my reading for Arushi Jadhav, okay? All right, so hi, Spring. All right, Cleo wants a general reading for Cleo, and I'm going to do a reading for Jewel, and then I'm going to do a reading for Spring 6051, and then what? Oh wait, I don't think they asked a question. All right. Can I get a general reading for Cleo? Thank you guys for being patient. All right. All right, can I get a general reading for Cleo, please, and thank you, Spirit. Can I get a general reading for Cleo, please, and thank you, Spirit, all right? Remember that tarot is a positive exchange of energy, so please do like, share, subscribe. Please do share my live stream so I can help other people, okay? I obviously do free readings often for people, so it will be kind of you guys to just give back the positive energy, okay? All right, so for Cleo, can I get a general reading for Cleo, please, and thank you, Spirit? Ooh, okay. Can I get 2 more cards for Cleo, please, and thank you, Spirit? Can I get 2 more cards, please, and thank you, Spirit? All right, just 2 more cards, please, Spirit, please, and thank you, Spirit. Just 2 more cards for Cleo. Just 2 more cards for Cleo. All right, okay, Cleo, what I can tell you, your general reading is you are going to be very abundant. I don't know what type of job you do, but you are going to be stable. You got the Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So I don't know what type of job you do, but I got to say you are going to be sitting in your throne very stable. No one's going to knock you off your high horse. No one's going to tell you what to do. You're going to be very stable at this time. If you're not stable yet within your future, you are going to be very stable because you got the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, okay? Um, this card is saying with the Six of Pentacles, someone might be ungrateful towards your energy. If not that, your spirit guides want you to not be, just be grateful for what you have, okay? All right, take it what resonates, but you are going to be very stable, okay? All right, that is my reading for Cleo. All right, for Jewel. For Jewel, and then Spring, and then, all right, for Jewel, will they be signed to UMG? Oh, so am I getting a future star on my live stream? That's crazy. All right, will Jewel be signing to UMG? Jewel, if you do get signed to this UMG recording, you better not forget me, okay? I'm telling you now. For Jewel, will they be signing to UMG? Will Jewel be signing to UMG? Will Jewel be signed to UMG? Please and thank you, Spirit. All right. Let's see what's going on with this situation. Can I get two more cards for Jewel? Will they sign to UMG? Will they sign to UMG? Will they sign to UMG for Jewel? Can I get two more cards, please, Spirit? Okay. Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? For Jewel, will they sign to UMG? Okay. All right. So, okay, this reading, Jewel, if you're still here, this is for you, okay, my friend? Will you sign to UMG? You can be victorious. You got the Chariot card and you got the Justice card. So these two together are saying that you will be successful and your good karma is coming in for you. As long as you stay on the fine line and read the print, remember, before you sign something, read the fine print before you sign the publishing deal. Okay, for Jewel. You are also the Emperor. I do think that within your future, Jewel, I do think that you can sign to UMG. But remember that you will be meeting a lot of top boss that are going to be very stern, very cutthroat. Whatever they want, and this is the reason why I say that signing to a publishing deal is like selling your soul. So be careful with this situation. I do think that you can sign this UMG deal, but remember to always read the fine print before signing anything. You can be successful, but I gotta tell you, you will be controlled by a lot of people within your future. Within the situation, it's up to you. You can get this though. You can get this, but make sure you read the fine print and let them know of what you want and what you don't want. Let them know what you can do and what you can't do compared to your morals and values. Obviously, I don't know you personally, but I'm just saying that yes, you can sign this deal, but be careful with boss-like mentality people. This is a dog eat dog world, regardless of what type of industry you go to. This is a dog eat dog world, but the music industry is one of the worst, and I gotta tell you now. But yes, you can sign this. You can sign this, but you look at this card, the Emperor. You're gonna meet a lot of people that are sharks. Okay, so be mindful of that. I'm just forewarning you. I'm not scaring anybody. I'm just an honest reader, and I'm just gonna tell you the truth. Okay. Also, when you do sign this, and I say one because I do think you will be signing this. When you do sign this deal, be mindful of a lot of selfish people around your energy. I don't know if it's your friend. I don't know if it's your family. I don't know if it's the people above you. But when you do sign this deal, be careful. There's going to be a lot of selfish people that are going to try to, take the cookie out of the cookie jar. All right? For example, you do not want the situation like Britney Spears, okay? Do what you gotta do. I do think that you will be successful. But be mindful. I'm forewarning you now. Be mindful of top dog, 1. 2, be mindful of your surrounding, because there will be people that might want to leech off of your success. All right? Now, that is just me being honest. I'm going to move on, okay? All right. And if you do sign this deal, do not forget me as your reader, right? All right, so for spring, for spring, for spring, are they gonna be played by SG? For spring, are they gonna be are they gonna be played by SG? Are they gonna be played by SG? Are they gonna be played by SG? Can I see this situation? Are they gonna be played by SG? I don't even know who this is. It's probably a name, right? That's probably a name, right? Are you gonna be played by SG? What's going on with the situation? Oh, these want to come out, Spirit? Yeah, these want to come out, or I'll take these. All right, so... Okay, I'll take these. Okay, for spring 6051, I gotta tell you that your intuition is very strong. Take it how it resonates. But the card came up saying that you're putting in a lot of hard work and you're gonna gain your abundance. It might be a little bit slow, but this abundance is worth it, okay? Also, you're a warrior. Whatever you do, you're gonna get success. You are cutthroat, you communicate very well. But I gotta tell you that there's some sort of new perspective, some sort of self-sacrifice energy. I do think that SG, whoever you're asking about, is doing some dealings or doing something behind the scenes that is very secretive. They're not telling you the truth. Because you got the High Priestess. The High Priestess in reverse means secret energy. And then the Seven of Swords means betrayal and deception. This person is wearing a false mask. So you need to follow your intuition. Your intuition is right. Okay? Your intuition is right. And it has something to do with money. I think this person wants to be next to you because you have money and you're also very professional. You might also be in a leadership role and they want to take advantage of you. So be careful with this energy, okay? All right, that is for my reading for spring 6051. All right, please do like, share, subscribe. Hi, Candy Valencia. Vishal said, hello, Lune. Oh, I did read this right. Hello, Lune. Why was I timed out? Vishal, please ask your question, okay? Hi, Queen in the Making. I'm doing good. How are you, Queen in the Making? How are you, Shreya Penguin? Shirley Medora. Shirley Medora, you're welcome, Chelsea Daly. Hi, Stephanie Halter. Haiti Rodriguez. Okay, so I'm gonna do a reading for Shirley Medora, and then Stephanie Halter, and then Queen in the Making, okay? Alright? Alright, so for Shirley Medora, if I get my application into the school this week, will I get offered the position, okay? Please, God, Spirit, God's heart, divine Spirit, please help me clarify for Shirley Medora. Will they be able to get this job opportunity at the school? Will they be able to get a job opportunity at the school? Will they be able to get a job opportunity at the school? Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, Spirit, okay? Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? Can I get one more card, please, Spirit, for Shirley Medora? Will they be able to get the job at the school? Please and thank you, Spirit. Can I just get one more card, please, Spirit? Just one more card. Just one card. There you go, finally. Okay. So for Shirley Medora, let's see what's coming up for you. You do need to go through a time of recovery. I do think that you're going through a little anxiety right now. Worrying about the application situation. I gotta tell you though, I do think that you can get this job. But be advised to stay out of office politics because the school setting, and I understand this very well because I work in a school, okay? Be careful about office politics. Do not stay in drama. Do not listen to people. Do your job, get your paycheck, and go home, okay? Because this card is saying do not care about what other people think, okay? But yes, you can get this job with the Knight of Cups. I do think that when you get this job, you will get a mentor that will help you out, kind of guide you into the right direction. Also, it could also mean that you might meet the love of your life at work as well, because this is a romantic card. All right, the Knight of Cups is very romantic, okay? All right, that is my reading for Shirley Medora, okay? All right, Chelsea Daly, you're welcome. All right, Stephanie Halter, and then Haiti Rodriguez, and then Queen of the Making. All right, so Stephanie Halter, Exam over on the 28th. Will they pass this chemistry test? Holy shit, I fucking hated chemistry when I was at school. I don't even know how I passed chemistry, to be honest with you. And it's kind of weird, like, I wasn't good at chemistry, but I was helping other people out with chemistry. That's the crazy part. And I don't know how I passed it, to be honest with you. So for Stephanie Halter, yes. Yes. You will. I know you put in a lot of work for this exam, Stephanie Halter. But you do got 2 yeses. You can pass this exam with the King of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. Continue to balance your energy. Continue to be happy. Continue to be grateful. Don't go through anxiety. Just say that you're going to pass this exam. You're going to pass this exam. Speak it to the universe. Say it out loud. You're going to pass this exam big time, okay? All right, that's for Stephanie Halter. All right. All right, let's see. Do not mind me, guys. If I burp a lot, it's because I have stomach issues and I have to burp it out, all right? All right, so Haiti Rodriguez said, I was wondering what spirit sees in my creative expression. All right, sure. So I'm going to do a reading for Haiti Rodriguez. Then I'm going to do a reading for Queen in the Making. And then I'm going to do a reading for Candy Valencia, okay? All right, so please do like, share, subscribe, okay? All right, for Haiti Rodriguez, what does Spirit want them to know about the creative expression? What does Spirit guides want them to know about the creative expression? This is a good question. All right, so what does Spirit guides want Haiti Rodriguez to know about the creative expression? Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, Spirit. What do they want them to know? Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? Oh wow, okay. Okay, your creative expression has to do with your intelligence. Your creative expression for Haiti Rodriguez. In order for you to be successful, you need to be organized. You need to be confident. You need to have strong character. You are highly principled. You need to have boss-like mentality. This is your creative expression. I do gotta say that your creative expression comes from your throat chakra. The way you talk to people, the way you give people advice, the way you I think that your job should be public speaking, someone that talks in front of people. If not that, someone that guides people by using their voice. Whether that's a life coach, whether that's a guidance counselor, whether that's a psychologist. I do think that your creative expression revolves around you using your voice, okay? Now, I gotta tell you, if you have some sort of addictions, you gotta let it go. I don't know what type of addiction this is. It don't have to be any type of bad addiction. It could also mean like a negative mindset. If you have a negative mindset of something, you need to let it go, because the more you think negative of something, the more you're gonna be inclined to have that negative feeling of being inside of you, okay? So I gotta tell you that your creative expression might be something out of the ordinary as well. It reminds me of a Pisces energy, and it also reminds me of a Libra energy. Someone that has to be balanced often, and someone that has to be a dreamer. Someone that has to dream of what you want and kind of write it down and manifest it. Oh, so your creative expression comes through writing and your voice, okay? So you can also be a writer as well, okay? All right, so that is the creative expression for Haiti Rodriguez, okay? All right, so for Queen in the Making, I just want to let everyone know that I do not need anyone's birthday. I do not need anyone's name because as a, getting this gift from God, I don't actually need anyone's birthday. I just need a precise statement, or I just need a precise question. In order to answer your question, I just got to know what you're asking me, okay? But I do not need, 1, I don't need anyone's birthday. 2, I don't need anyone's zodiac. 3, I don't need anyone's name, okay? So let's just make that clear. All right, so for Queen in the Making. All right, what has been planned by the universe for a general guidance for Queen in the Making? What is planned by the universe? Happy early birthday to Queen in the Making, okay? All right, so for Queen in the Making, happy early birthday. So what is happening with this? So you're a Pisces. I'm guessing you're a Pisces because it's March 14th. All right, so for Queen in the Making, what does universe want to guide you? What is the guidance towards you at this time? All right. All right, so can I get a reading for... Okay, so for Queen in the Making, what I can tell you is that you need to put yourself out there a little more with the Knight of Wands. You need to be out in public. You need to travel more within your birthday, around your birthday time. The Spirit guys is telling you that I think it's a much needed vacation. You need to go on vacation. If not that, maybe you need to hang out with your family and friends more. You need to do more fun things. Also, they're trying to say that you got the world in reverse. It's saying that you can't celebrate. It might be a little bit delayed. And they also want to guide you to not overwork yourself at this time. You might be putting in a lot of hard work. So, like I said, work hard, but also play hard. Also have time to recuperate, take a break, and also travel if you need to. Because traveling can also get your mind out of hard work and all that that mindset of discombobulating mindset, you know what I mean? But yeah, you need to travel more. Okay, that is what's gonna come up for your birthday. I think you're gonna do a lot of fun things with your family and friends. Okay, all right. Work hard, play hard. That's your message. Okay. Cleo K said, "You are an honest person. Thank you." All right. Candy Valencia wants a general reading. Candy Valencia wants a general reading. Okay, so I'm gonna do a reading for Candy Valencia. Then I'm gonna do a reading for Hare Krishna. Hi, Rizwan. You're welcome, Chelsea Daly. And then I'm going to do a reading for Shreya Penguin, okay? All right, can I get a general reading for Candy Valencia? All right? Please, please, please like, share, subscribe, okay? All right, can I get a general reading for Candy Valencia? Can I get a general reading for Candy Valencia? What's coming up for her? All right, Candy Valencia, I do think that maybe you feel like your success might be a little bit blocked at this time. There might be some sort of frustration because you got the Ace of Wands in reverse. And then with the Tower in reverse, you are rebuilding your life right now. You feel like you're going through a little chaos. Now, the chaos don't have to be big. It just means that you might be blocked or delayed within your success or your career right now. And you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed at this time. What Spirit guys want to tell you is be careful that there are some people that want to compete with you at this time. There are some sort of competition. I don't know if other women want to compete for like a love situation or if they want to compete because they want like a better job or they want attention. There is some sort of competition within your energy right now, okay, for Candy Valencia. But I got to tell you though, you got a lot of luck within the money sector. Your money sector is going to grow. You got the Ten of Pentacles. That's like one of the biggest money card there is. So I know you're putting in your work. I also think that your boss might favor you at the same time. And they might also give you a promotion or a bonus. If not that, you need to ask for a bonus, all right? The Ace of Swords means that you will be going through new challenges. I don't know if you want to ask for a new role. You can ask for a new role at work as well, okay? But you have a lot of potential. You have prosperity and success. Yeah, you need to recuperate. You need to take some rest, okay? That is my general message for Candy Valencia, okay? I hope that resonates for you. All right, my friend? All right. Shirley Madur. All right, Hare Krishna. All right, I'm going to do a reading for Hare Krishna. And then I'm going to do a reading for Shreya Penguin. And then I'm going to do a reading for Violetta. Okay? All right, for Hare Krishna. What will be the general reading for Hare Krishna? Thank you, Hare Krishna, for the continued support. All right, so for Hare Krishna, what is the general reading for today for Hare Krishna? Please and thank you, Spirit. What is the general reading for Hare Krishna? Please and thank you, Spirit. All right. What is the general reading for Hare Krishna? Can I get one more card for Hare Krishna, please? And thank you, Spirit. Okay. All right, for Hare Krishna, your general guidance for today is your spirit guys is telling you not to rush a situation. You might went through a sort of mourning, or you might went through some sort of regret at this time, but don't worry about this, because your spirit guides is telling you that you will have success, accomplishment. This is fiery energy. I don't know if you have a talent or a creative venture. All right. It's saying that you are going to make plans. You might be making plans with working with other people. This is a personal career development. You might be getting a new job. You might also be traveling, okay? But I gotta tell you, Hare Krishna, you do got positivity coming in for you. I do think that you might be working with a lot of different people with different skill sets, and it's gonna give you a new opportunity, all right? That is my reading for Hare Krishna, my friend. I hope that resonates, okay? All right, hi Rizwan, you're welcome, Chelsea Daly. Okay, I'm gonna do a reading for Shreya Penguin. Then I'm gonna do a reading for Violetta. Then I'm gonna do a reading for Deepti Shadhari. Then I'm gonna do a reading for Shankarika. And then I'm gonna do a reading for Renescent 512. Renescent 512. Alright. I will end this live stream at 7 Eastern, okay? Alright, for Shreya Penguin. For Shreya Penguin. Yeah, Vishal, just ask your question. Just ask your question, okay? Vishal, all right? For Shreya Penguin. Vishal, you should ask your question, okay, my friend? All right, for Shreya Penguin. Shreya Penguin, what is the Rob's feelings for Shreya Penguin? That was too much cards. What is Drew's favorite, why was I gonna say favorite for some reason? What is Drew's feelings for Shreya Penguin right now? Okay, so for Shreya Penguin, what do they want from you right now? They want a new journey with you. They want reconciliation. They do want to come towards you with love and communication. This is a journey card. So yes, I do think that this person wants to heal the relationship. They want a balance within this relationship. Okay, Shreya Penguin. Also, it might be a little bit delayed, but they do still want to have communication with you. So you need to reach out, or they will reach out to you. All right, for Shreya Penguin. Now, I do think that they're working on their abundance, or they think that you are an abundant person. Okay, for Shreya Penguin. All right, that is what's coming in for you. They want a new journey. They want to revive the relationship, and they see you as abundant, or they're working towards their abundance right now. Okay, that is my reading for Shreya Penguin. All right, Violetta is next. Violetta's next. What will this March bring Violetta at this time? All right, can I get a reading for Violetta? Can I get a reading for Violetta? Can I get a reading for Violetta, please? And thank you, Spirit. All right. All right, so I'm going to do a reading for Violetta, then Deepti Shadhari, and then Shangarika, and then Renescent 512, and I'm just going to keep going down, okay? All right, for Violetta, what's coming in for Violetta at this time? Okay, for Violetta, what's coming in for March for you is a lot of money. I do think that your career progress is going to go really well within your job, all right? I do think that a lot of people are going to like your energy. Maybe your boss is going to reward you or give you a bonus. If not that, your boss is going to see you as a great potential for a new role for March, okay? Also, for March, you're going to be reflecting on how far you've come within your lifetime. You're going to be reflecting like your childhood memories, and you're going to think of how far you've came, all right? So that's also a good thing. You're thinking positively about your life in March. There might be a little bit a confusion within the moon card. You might feel a little bit uncertain about March of what's going to go happening, all right? I got to say though, I got to forewarn you that there might be some sort of adversity within your family or surrounding at this time with the Nine of Wands in reverse, though. But what you're gonna get most out of this is happy memories. Also with this card, I think someone's thinking happy memories of you as well. Someone might want to reach out for you from the past, but a lot of money's coming in for you. Okay, for Violetta for March 2026. All right. All right, Deep T, this might be your last question for tonight, okay? Because you did ask a question before. Deep T Shadhari. Will Ahish come back to Deep T Shadhari? Will DT for DT Shahari, will Ahish come back or will it be someone new? This person, I'm not gonna lie to you because I am a very honest person, but these cards came all in reverse and it's a lot of bad cards too. I'm not even gonna lie to you. For DT Shahari, Ahish is going through a lot of family conflict right now. They might be a jealous person. They're going through an ending. They feel defeated. They're lacking creativity. There's a lot of blockages. There's a lot of bad news within their life. They're a little bit selfish with their time. I do think that Deepti Shahari, you might have to find someone new. I do think that someone new is going to come in within your future. But if you're asking for Ahish right now, they're not very stable. They're going through a lot of hardships. They do have a jealous energy. They also are very selfish. I think that the money goals is not making them happy. And the creativity is blocked at the moment, okay? That is my reading for Deepti Shahari, okay? I hope that resonates for you, all right? I think someone new is going to come in for you. Shangarika. For Shangarika, will this person want to reunite for Shangarika? Will this person want to reunite for Shangarika? Okay, for Shangarika, I do think that your person might be a little bit unconfident within their love life. And they need some rest right now because the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands is saying that they need some rest. They might be a little bit unconfident right now. But I gotta tell you though, the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor for Shangarika. And I do believe that you are on a favorable position. And they do want to come back towards you with a reconciliation, okay? They do want to reunite. The good luck charm is turning in your favor. They might just be a little bit unconfident within their relationship in general, but that's all I need to say for you, okay? For Shangarika. All right. So Renescent. Does Bonnie like Renu? Does Bonnie like Renu? Does Bonnie like Renu for Renescent? Does Bonnie like Renu for Renescent? Does Bonnie like Renu for Renescent? All right, let's see. Does Bonnie like Renu for Renescent? Okay. Does Bonnie like Renu for Renescent? Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? Does Bonnie like Renu for Renescent? Please, thank you, Spirit. Hold on, let me turn this heat on real quick. All right, does Bonnie like Renu? Does Bonnie like Renu? Does Bonnie like Renu? Okay, there you go. Okay, you know what's crazy? It's saying that your person might be going through a lot of conflict within money and the family right now. They feel a little bit defeated, okay? For Renescent 512, they're going through something behind the scenes. They're going through an adversity. They feel like their luck is delayed right now for Renescent 512, okay? But I gotta tell you that they do have the Lovers card for you, so they do have feelings for you. But as of right now, they can't approach you because they're going through a lot of background situations with money and family issues. They need some rest at this time. But for Renescent 512, do they have love for you? Yes, they got the Lovers card for you, okay? But they can't come towards you right now because they have a lot going on, okay? For Renescent, all right? Renescent 512. Vaishal said, oh, okay, then Luna, no, I really didn't do anything. I was posted once my question, then I was patiently waiting for my turn as I know you read by order. After 30 minutes, I realized that I was timed out. Oh, okay. Well, sorry that happened. All right, Vishal, I'm going to read in order. We'll see if I see your question, okay? You're welcome, Carolyn. Thank you, Diane, for being my moderator. Hi, Divinely Unique. Hi, Deepti Shadhari. All right, so hi, D Money. All right, so for AAA and then Ayushi. AAA and then Ayushi. All right, so Deepti Shadhari asked 3 questions already. Okay, you need to be patient. All right. Let's see. For AAA, will SI reach out again to AAA? Will SI reach out to AAA again? Will SI reach out to AAA again? Will SI reach out to AAA again? Yes, they will. For AAA, yes, they will reach out to you again. You got the Hierophant. Do not change yourself for anybody. They will like you the way you are. The King of Wands is saying that this person like your passionate energy. They like that you're in your power. They like that you're very stern. They might be going through some sort of mental health issues right now. But I gotta tell you, AAA, will they reach out to you? Yes, they will. Okay? After they're done balancing their energy, it's saying that once you're not going to change who you are, and they like that your energy is very stern. Okay, yes, they will come towards you. Okay, all right, Ayushi, this might be your last question for tonight. Okay, because I did read a couple for you already. All right, for Ayushi, what is JJ intentions towards Ayushi? Remember, guys, please be mindful of other people that have not got a reading yet, especially if they're new. Please be patient. Do not ask questions back to back, because that is kind of a little bit rude to the new people that come on here, but it's also rude to me because I am kind of wasting my energy on the same person, you know. So be mindful of that and just kind of wait your turn and kind of like, you know, ask one question and then wait like 10 minutes later and come back. You know what I mean? Don't ask it back to back because it's going to be rude to other people, okay? All right? So for Ayushi, this is going to be your last question for tonight. And then who was the other person I said this to? Deepti Shadhari, this is your last question for tonight too, because you asked like 3 questions already. For Ayushi, and also people who donate will go first because they are actually being kind and donating. So they will also go first. All right, for Ayushi, what is JJ's intentions towards Ayushi? They want a renewal of the situation. They want to reconcile. Yes, Ayushi. JJ wants a reconciliation. 555 on the clock. They want a reconciliation, all right? All right? And then also, I do think that this person has a blocked mindset or blocked creativity. But I gotta tell you though, the death and three of swords in reverse means reconciliation, okay? That is the intentions towards you, okay? All right, so that is my reading for Ayushi. Divinely unique. Hi, divinely unique. All right, Deepti Shadhari, this is your last question. Will Ahish come back to their life? Will Ahish come back to their life? Happy Monday, Blue Paradise. How are you doing, my friend? All right, so for Deepti Shadhari, will they come back into your life? Will they come back into your life for Deepti Shadhari? Will they come back into your life? Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, Spirit. What's going to happen with this situation? Oh, that is a lot of cards. All right, well, they want to come back into your life. Okay. I will tell you what it is, Deepti Shadhari. This person will come back into your life. But be aware that they might be struggling with money and they might be arguing about money. You and them might fight at times. If not that, someone will also want to what was this? Someone might also want to break your relationship apart as well. But be careful. They do want to come back towards you, but they will be arguing about money. If that's not the case, there might be an argument between you two, and also maybe someone might want to manipulate your relationship. All right, that is my reading for Deepti Shadhari. Okay. All right, so the subline. Hi, thank you, Diane. All right, so okay, so I'm gonna do a reading for the subline. Hi, Blue Paradise. All right, I'm gonna do a reading for the subline, and I'm gonna do a reading for Jewel, and then I'm gonna do a reading for Jalen Parker. All right, please do like, share, subscribe. All right, so for the subline. Is the person on their mind for the subline the future spouse? Is the person on their mind the future spouse for the subline? Is the person on their mind the future spouse? Okay, so for the subline, is the person on your mind your future spouse? I gotta say, this person can be your future spouse. I do think that when you do meet up with them or when you do hang out with them, they're gonna have a lot of happy memories with you for the subline. Also, they are working towards their abundance right now. Okay, so I do see them trying to start a relationship with you in your future. I do think that they work a lot, and they work hard for their money. They feel like they creativity is blocked at times. But for the subline, I do think that this person can be your future spouse because they're gonna have a lot of happy memories of you, and also you and them is gonna work on stability together. Okay, that is my reading for the subline. All right, for Blue Paradise. Hi, Blue Paradise. All right, I'm gonna do a reading for Jewel, and then Jalen Parker, and then Divinely Unique. Okay. All right. So within that order. All right. I'm gonna do a reading for Jewel, and then Jalen Parker, and then Divinely Unique. Okay. All right. So for Jewel, will they be able to receive an advance from Poppy if they reach out to the management? All right. Let's see what the situation. I'm gonna say it within an accent. Is Poppy gonna reach back to you? All right. So for Jewel, will they be able to receive an advance from? I laugh every time I say this. Will they be able to receive advance from Poppy if I reach back to the management? All right. For Jewel, yes, you do. You will, cause you got the High Priestess, and you got the High Priestess, and then the Three of Pentacles. All right, and then the Hermit card, and then the Eight of Swords. Yo, I just gotta laugh. For Jewel, yes, you will receive an advance about this management. Okay, you are divinely guided. You got the Three of Pentacles. Um, this does revolve around money. All right, all right. So please also think it through. But I gotta say yes for Jewel. This management will reach out to you, or Poppy will reach out to you. Okay. All right. That is my reading for Jewel. All right. All right. For Jalen Parker. Jalen Parker. For Jalen Parker. A general reading for Jalen Parker, please, and thank you, Spirit. Can I get a general reading for Jalen Parker, please, and thank you, Spirit? Can I get a general reading for Jalen Parker, please, and thank you, Spirit? And then I'm gonna do a reading for Divinely Unique, and then Paradise Language. Okay. Can I get one more card for Jalen Parker, please, and thank you? Can I get one more card for Jalen Parker, please, and thank you, Spirit? Can I just get one more card, please, and thank you, Spirit? There you go. Okay. Okay, what's the general guidance for Jalen Parker, my friend? What's gonna happen? All right. So your general guidance for Jalen Parker, your spirit guides is telling you not to rush your situation, whether that's within your career or your love life. Let God take the wheel at this time. Go with the flow. Okay. Also, your spirit guides is saying that you might be a little bit unconfident within your money or your bag. Okay. Maybe you're feeling like you're putting in a lot of work, but you're not getting the stability that you want at this time or quickly. All right. But I do think I want to tell you that someone might want to mentor you, and they are going to be very generous towards you. Someone wants to mentor you. This might be a man, okay? Or it might be a woman in divine masculine energy. Someone wants to mentor you and want you to gain your abundance very soon. All right? Yeah. They also might see your creativity. If you have a creativity, you need to do that. Um yeah, someone's gonna really like your energy, and someone wants to come and mentor you. Someone wants to support you, and someone wants to help you out within your future, within your career, and also your love life. Okay, that is my reading for Jalen Parker. Okay, I hope that resonates, my friend. All right, so Divinely Unique. Divinely Unique said, "Hey Luna, can you please tell me if I should go to Arizona?" All right, for Divinely Unique. All right, for Divinely Unique. For Divinely Unique. Sorry, that fell on the floor. All right, I apologize, but all those cards fell on the floor. All right, so for Divinely Unique, what's coming in for you at this time? Should you move to Arizona? Um, I do think that you can move to Arizona, but your spirit guide is telling you that the journey might be a little bit postponed. Um, your spirit guide is telling you not to rush the situation with the Six of Swords in reverse. This means that not to rush the situation. And the reason why is because there is a specific month that you should move to Arizona. I don't think that this month should be the month for you to move just yet because you need to recuperate and balance things out first. But I do think that within maybe a couple months you can move to Arizona, okay? Let's see what's going on with the situation. Yeah, you need to seek higher spiritual alignment at this point. You are rebuilding, you are going through a new relationship as well. Okay, in your future you are going through a new relationship. I also think that you might get into a relationship when you do actually move, okay? But yes, I do gotta tell you that for Divinely Unique, you will be able to move to Arizona, but don't move at this time because there are certain months where you shouldn't move, and I don't think it's this month. But I gotta say, maybe within like the summertime you can move, or the fall time you should move, okay? All right, because you do have the Four of Cups, and then you also have the Six of Swords. So around the fall or the summertime is when you can move to Arizona, okay? All right, that is my reading for Divinely Unique. All right. All right, Paradise Languis. All right, so I'm gonna do a reading for Paradise Languis, and I'm gonna do a reading for Blue Paradise, and then I'm gonna do a reading for Celine Jones Doe. You're welcome, Deepti Shadhari. High Inner Warriors by Priya. Delilah said hi. Swilly, good night, Swelly. All right, 1G Kara, and then Vanessa. All right, so I'm gonna go in that order, okay, guys? All right, let's see. Paradise Languis. What is the good news coming in for Paradise Languis? What is the good news coming in for Paradise Languis? All right. All right, the good news that's coming in for you at this time for Paradise Languis is that you got the Emperor card. You might be going into a boss role, or you're gonna be starting a new job for Paradise Languis, or you might also get a reward or a bonus, or you might move the social ladder within your career, okay? For Paradise Languis. All right. The good news for you is that you are going to stay in your power, and you are going to gain an abundance being in a leadership role. If not that, you will be moving up the social ladder, okay? Someone might also mentor you at this time. All right, that is the good news for Paradise Languis, all right? All right, Blue Paradise. Blue Paradise. All right, I recently got back in touch with Natine, who I knew from university. We had a date a couple weeks ago. It went really well. My name is Kaylee. Wondering if you see things developing with him. Okay. For Blue Paradise. For Blue Paradise. What is going to happen within the situation for Blue Paradise? Okay, so for Blue Paradise, I gotta say, within your future, you do have a lot of choices. You have a lot of choices, Blue Paradise. I gotta say that this person went through some sort of betrayal or some sort of rejection within the past, and they might be a little bit skeptical towards love. All right, with the Three of Cups in reverse, but I gotta say they do want reconciliation with you, and they are harmonizing and balancing their life to come towards you. Blue Paradise, I do think that this person wants reconciliation, and I do think that feelings will develop even more, and I do think that they do want you to be their person. But I gotta tell you, within your future, even though this person is not your person within your future, you have a lot of choices within love, okay? A lot of people are going to be interested in you, okay? For Blue Paradise, all right? That is my reading for Blue Paradise, okay? All right? So, for Celine Jones Doe, Celine Jones Doe, for Celine Jones Doe, will they get a job that they want? Will they get the job that they want for Celine Jones Doe? Will they get the job that they want for Celine Jones Doe? I will end this live stream at 7 p.m. Eastern, okay? Will they get a job that they want for Celine Jones Doe? All right? Will they get the job that they want for Celine Jones Doe? Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, Spirit, for Celine Jones Doe. Can I get one more card, please, Spirit, for Celine Jones Doe? Can I get one more card, please, Spirit, for Celine Jones Doe? Will you get this job that you want? Yes. Yeah. As long as you accept the ending of your new possibility, Celine Jones Doe, you will be getting a new job very soon. You got the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Whatever job you want, you're going to gain stability and you are going to work on your passions and creations, okay? Yes, you will get this job that you want, okay, Celine Jones Doe? All right? That is my reading for Celine Jones Doe. You're welcome, Deepti Shadhari, Haiti Rodriguez. I'm doing good. Inner Warriors by Priya. How are you doing? Delilah Boo. I hope you're doing well, Delilah Boo. Good night, Swelly. 1G Kira. Okay, I'm gonna do a reading for 1G Kira. And then I'm gonna do a reading for Vanessa. And then I'm gonna do a reading for Sunflower. And then I'm gonna do a reading for Dola Mondal. Hi, Crystal Ray. How are you doing? Wait, I already did a reading for Divinely Unique. Did she not hear me? Can somebody tell Divinely Unique I already did her reading? Or is this delayed? I think this is delayed. Hold on, let me just look at this real quick. Hold on. I don't know why she keeps asking the same question, which I already did her reading. If you felt like you missed my reading, you guys might want to go back and check the live stream when I post it up. Because for some of you guys, I don't know why it's not going through. But I really clearly did the reading for Divinely Unique like 3 times. And I don't know why she is saying that she didn't get the reading. For whatever reason, I don't know why it's it has nothing to do with me. I don't know if it's your internet connection. I don't know if it's my internet connection. I don't know if YouTube is blocking you from hearing your message. I don't know, but Divinely Unique, I did read your message a while ago. So I don't know what's going on. You might want to go back to the live stream and listen to the live stream again, because I can clearly remember that I did your reading. And also, the moderators might also remember that I did your reading as well. Let me go back to her question, and I gotta move on because I can't keep people waiting on people that asking me the same question. Divinely Unique, I remember your question. Please listen carefully. I'm not gonna repeat this again, okay? Divinely Unique, I told you that you can move to Arizona, but do not move within this time frame. Because if you move within this time frame, it's not going to be good for you. You need to move between the summertime and the fall time. Can somebody who's my moderator remind her one more time, because I am not repeating this shit again. Let her know that I already told her. Move during the spring and the summertime. The summertime and the fall time. All right? Yes, you can move to Arizona, but move to the fall and the summertime, between that time frame, all right? I will not repeat myself again, okay? This might not have anything to do with you. This has nothing to do with me. It just might be the internet connection. I do not know. But if you want to go back to your conversation, then go back to the live stream. It's not hard to do, guys. It's really not hard to do, all right? All right. Now, that kind of really, like, push me back a little bit within these questions. All right. I'm not trying to be rude within my readings. These are free readings. Guys, you guys need to be patient. You guys need to wait your turn. People that donate goes first. New people go first. My OGs understand this big time. And the people who are asking me the same fucking question needs to understand that I already read your question. That I already read your question. All right. I do not want to show the mean side of me. Please don't do that. Okay. All right. So let's see who's next. All right. So who is next? Vanessa. 1G Kara is next, I think. 1G Kara is next, and then Vanessa. Please be patient. I will end this live stream right at 7 p.m. Eastern, okay? Be patient. You need the skill in order to be successful. It's not hard to do. Be patient. I'm telling you. All right? Patience is a virtue, and patience gets you far. All right? All right, for 1G Kara. Will James have a trip this weekend with 1G Kara? Oh, I think these two want to flip out. 2244. Will James and 1G Kara have a weekend trip? Will James and 1G Kara have a weekend trip? Will James and 1G Kara have a... Yes. 1G Kara, you can have this weekend trip with your person that you're asking about during the weekend. With the 6 of Wands, this is a new journey. All right, you guys are seeking higher spiritual awakening. You guys are going through a soul-searching journey together. Yes. So 1G Kara, you can go on a weekend trip with this person, all right? All right, Vanessa. Vanessa. Will Alex and Miriam's relationship end someday? Will Alex and Miriam's relationship end someday? For Vanessa. Will Alex and Miriam's relationship end someday? Can I get 2 more cards, please, Spirit? Can I get 2 more cards, please, Spirit? Please and thank you, Spirit. Alright, so will Alex and Miriam's relationship end someday? I don't know why I feel like this question is not good. But I will answer this question anyways. Will Miriam and Alex's relationship end someday? Can I get 1 more card, please, Spirit? Can I get 1 more card, please, Spirit? There you go. Will this relationship end someday? Yeah, this relationship is going to be very unstable. Very unstable. For Vanessa, I do think that this relationship between Miriam and Alex will end someday, only because there might be a lot of money problems. There might be a lot of setbacks. Someone might be left out in the cold. Someone might not be feeling supported. So yes, Vanessa, to your question, this relationship can end someday, all right? I don't know why I don't like that question, but that is the reading for you, okay, Vanessa? All right? Yes, it can end someday. All right, for Sunflower. Sunflower and then Dola Mandal. And then Crazier 123. And then Chelsea Daly. And then Star Angel Tarot. Okay. And then yeah. All right. Thank you, Cleo. I appreciate you. See, Cleo saying people don't only come for free readings. Try to support him and his offline readings as well. That's the least you can do to show appreciation. Thank you, Cleo. I appreciate that so much, my friend. All right. So within that order, okay. All right. So Sunflower. I'm doing fine, Sunflower. Okay. So for Sunflower, should they go ahead and use this braces? Fashion braces? Should Sunflower go ahead and use this fashion braces, okay? Should Sunflower go ahead and use this fashion braces, okay? I do think that you feel a little bit unconfident if you don't do this situation. Yes, I do think that you should do this. Go on ahead and do this fashion braces because you got the Empress card. I do think that people might think that this is a very unique thing to do. They are gonna probably follow your trend. If not that, they do like the fact that you are different. So yes, for Sunflower, you should go on and do this fashion braces. Okay, all right. And Sunflower, thank you for asking about my health. I do appreciate that. All right. All right, for Dola Mandal. All right, Dola Mandal said, I am seeing 11, 401, 444, 333, this type of numbers at phone and laptop, also in live chat everywhere. What might be the reason? Okay, for Dola Mandal, why are they seeing angel numbers at this time? For Dola Mandal. For Dola Mandal, why are they seeing angel numbers at this time? For Dola Mandal. For Dola Mandal, why are they seeing angel numbers at this time? Okay, okay, for Dola Mandal, the reason why you're seeing a lot of angel numbers at this time is because your spirit guides want you to know that you are a hard worker. Um your hard work is gonna be blessed. You are going to see success within work and career, okay? Um your spiritual guidance want you to know to also kind of take a break and have some time alone for yourself with some sort of work with your spiritual guides right now. That's what your spiritual guides is telling you to do, okay? And your spiritual guides is telling you to also take some breaks within in between, okay? All right. All right, so that is my reading for Dola Mandal. That's the reason why you're seeing this situation is because your spirit guides wants you to take a break, and also they want you to know that you are going to be very successful because you put in a lot of hard work, okay? All right. Yeah, I already did a reading for Divinely Unique, okay? I already told her that she can move within summer or fall time, all right? All right, so for Crazier 123. For Crazier 123. Okay, and I'm going to do a reading for Chelsea Daly, Star Angel, and then Cleo. Right? Oh no. For Crazier. I'd like to know how can I attract more clients. Alright, so for Crazier 123. How can they attract more clients? For Crazier 123. How can they attract more clients at this time? Can I get 2 more cards, please, Spirit? How can you attract more clients, Crazier 123? How can you attract more clients for Crazier 123? Okay, okay, for Crazy 123, I do think that it has something to do with money. I don't know how much I don't know how much it costs for your clientele or whatever type of job that you do. Maybe you should do something with a deal, like you know, have a deal situation, kind of like reduce the price for a certain month, or um yeah, because it has something to do with money. A lot of people can't come towards you because they're lacking money right now. And I gotta tell you that maybe for your type of job, maybe you should kind of do a deal type of situation, like buy one, get one 20% off, or do like a deal where you can get 1 day free, and then you can you know, you might want to do a deal situation, okay? Because I do see like a lot of people are going through a lot of stress with money right now, and they can't come towards you at this time because maybe your prices might be too high. I'm not saying that your prices are high, but I'm just saying that maybe you might want to do a deal situation, because as somebody or people who runs a business, in order to attract a lot of clients, you need to be able to also you know, give back to your clients, be able to kind of support them, you know. So I do see that you need to do like a deal situation, like buy one get one free, or maybe get a day free, like a free day spa, and then the next day, you know, take it how you want the money to be, okay? That is my reading for Crazy 123, okay? All right, so for Chelsea Daly, Please do like, share, subscribe. If you like my vibes, please do share my live stream, okay? All right, for Chelsea Daly, our dear angels surrounding Chelsea Daly right now. All right, guys, please be patient with me. I love you guys for being patient. I am trying to go in order, okay? All right. All right, for Chelsea Daly. What's coming up for Chelsea Daly at this time? I do try to do my readings for first come, first serve. But obviously, if someone donates, they will go first. And if new people didn't get their readings, I try to accommodate them. So this is kind of like a business of mine. So this is what I'm doing, like a deal situation. If someone donates, they go first. All right. And also, you know, like that, right? So I'm going to do a reading for Star Angel as well. So I'm going to do a reading for Chelsea Daly, then Star Angel. Thank you for your donation. Cleo, I appreciate that. All right, for Chelsea Daly, what is your spirit guides around your energy right now? Yes. Your spirit guides is around your energy right now. And they're trying to protect you from some sort of betrayal, okay? For what was her name? Sorry, I forgot where I was at. Chelsea Daly. Yes, your spirit guides is trying to protect you right now. But you gotta be careful. There is some sort of person that wants to betray you, okay? That is my reading for Chelsea Daly. Alright? Star Angel Tarot said, can you see how things will be with my kid after I give birth for the first time? Alright, for Star Angel Tarot, what's going to be the situation about her kid when she gives birth? Alright, for Star Angel Tarot, when you give birth to your first kid, I do think that your baby's going to make you calm because you got the King of Cups. Remember that sometimes babies can also change your mood. So I got to say that for Star Angel Tarot, I do see that your first baby is going to make you very calm. All right, because you might be going through some sort of anxiety when you give birth to your first child. But I got to say that you will be in a peaceful, harmonious environment when you give birth to your first kid, okay? I also think that your baby might be a good luck charm. They might bring you a lot of abundance with the money because you got the Ten of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, okay? But yeah, for Star Angel Tarot, if you're listening to me right now, this is your reading. Your first baby is going to give you an abundance of money, and they are going to give you peace and harmony for your first baby, okay? All right, that is my reading for Star Angel Tarot, okay? All right, now let's move on to... Thank you, Cleo. I thank you for that. All right, Haiti Rodriguez want a love tarot for Love Oracle. All right, Love Oracle. All right, I'm going to do a reading for Haiti Rodriguez. And then I'm going to do a reading for Nazi N. All right. Yeah, Jewel, don't forget me when you become a big star, okay? Do not forget me, okay? All right? Tell people. All right? All right, for Haiti Rodriguez. For Haiti Rodriguez. All right. Can I get a love reading for Haiti Rodriguez? Can I get a love reading for Haiti Rodriguez? All right, if you like my vibes, please do subscribe. Please do share my live stream so I can help other people gain clarity, okay? All right, so what's coming in for Haiti Rodriguez for love? Okay, so your love life is going to revolve around forgiving and learning and also healing family issues. In order for you to get the right love and at the right time, you need to heal the situation, okay? You will be going through a lot of engagement of conversations. Maybe you might be going out a little bit more at this time, and you should put yourself out there. A lot of people will be attracted towards your energy very soon. Your person likes to do a lot of things alone with you. Obviously, you might be traveling. It might be cooking. It might be playing video games. It might be watching movies. They like to do a lot of things between you guys. All right. I do think that in your past relationship, there might have been a lot of rejection or someone wore a false mask. They weren't telling you the truth. But your spirit guides want you to know that your love life will be okay as long as you don't be too codependent within your energy. You need to balance your energy where you might want to be clingy, but you might also want to give them space, okay? That is my love reading for Haiti Rodriguez, all right? All right, for Noxie N. Noxie N is next. All right, for Noxie N, where do I see you moving to? Where do I see Noxie N 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 moving to? Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? Can I get one more card, please? Okay. So, for Noxie N, your question is, where do I see you moving to? So, it doesn't matter where you want to move to because you know why? The good luck charm is turning in your favor. The wheel of fortune is turning in your favor. Anywhere that you move to is going to give you abundance. And then you got the Four of Wands card. I do think that you have to move out of the place of your where you grew up from, or wherever you stayed at for a long time. You will eventually need to move because you will gain this abundance. You will have a happy home card when you do move out. But I gotta tell you, I do think that you need to move somewhere warm, okay? Whether that's within a specific country or a specific state, specific town, anywhere that brings in sunlight. Because you see the yellow within this energy. This is saying, Noxie N, you need to move somewhere warm. And you also might need to move somewhere near the ocean or near the water or like a lake or something, okay? So Noxie N, this is where you're going to move to. Somewhere where there's a lot of sunlight, hot, okay? And then somewhere where it's around the ocean or like the lake or river, anything like that, all right? That is where you are going to be moving to, all right? I can't tell you the state, but I can just tell you what it looks like, okay? Jules said, yes, I won't forget. Sunny Day. Sunny Day, I'm doing good. How are you doing, Sunny Day? All right, I'm going to do a reading for Sunny Day and then Momochi. All right. All right, for Sunny Day. For Sunny Day. For Sunny Day. For Sunny Day. What's coming for the partner? I mean, the shelter, sorry. What's coming in with the shelter situation? For Sunny Day. What's coming in for Nisa shelter for Sunny Day? What's coming in for Nisa shelter for Sunny Day? What's coming in for Nisa shelter for Sunny Day? What's coming in for Nisa shelter for Sunny Day? Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? Okay. Okay, you're going to have a new opportunity at this Nisa shelter because you're no longer fighting, you're no longer competing for anything or anyone. This is what the card is saying with the Five of Wands in reverse for Sunny Day, all right? You're going to get a lot of cooperation, reconciliation, and an opportunity. Someone wants to help you from your past within this shelter, okay? You might be a little bit disappointed about money. I see that with the situation. I do think that the shelter might also bring an abundance of money. I don't know what this is, but you are putting in a lot of work and it will progress for Sunny Day, all right? Yes, I gotta say this Nisa shelter, what is bringing in for you is cooperation, new opportunities, and reconciliation, all right? That is my reading for Sunny Day, okay? All right? Thank you, Cleo. I appreciate you. All right, so I'm going to do a reading for, all right, I'm going to do a reading for Momochi. Jules said, not the Britney Spears. That's funny as fuck. Nah, that's true. I had to use her as an example because she was used and abused by her family and by her record label. That's why I was giving you that example, okay? All right, so I'm going to do a reading for Momochi, then the Natural Way Company, then Clinda, then Selma, okay? All right. So, from Momochi, I will end this live stream at 7 Eastern PM, okay? All right, so, for Momochi, what is Bhuvesh feelings from Momochi? What is Buvesh's feelings for Momochi? All right, they do want to have love, a communication with you. They see you as a Two of Cups, so they feel like you and their energy mesh well together. You guys will be a great couple, Momochi. I do think that Buvesh think that you guys will be a great couple. All right. I do sometimes think that this person thinks a little bit negatively about relationships in general, but they do want to reconcile with you. They do want to revive this energy, okay? Momochi, what is coming in for you for Buvesh, how they feeling about you? They see you as the Two of Cups, all right? And also they see you as reconciliation. They want to come towards you, okay? That is from Momochi, all right? All right, let me get this drink real quick. All right, the Natural Way Company. All right, I'm going to do a reading for the Natural Way Company, and then Clinda, and then Salma. All right. All right, so the Natural Way Company. What are Shadrick's intentions for the Natural Way Company? What are Shadrick's intentions towards the... What are Shadrick's intentions towards the Natural Way Company? Can I get 2 more cards, please, Spirit, for the Natural Way Company? What are Shadrick's intentions towards the Natural Way Company? Okay, I do feel like this person went through a sort of rejection in the past, and they feel like the goals wasn't met for love. But I gotta say, they do want a good luck fortune with you. They see you as the good luck charm. All right, so they do want to have a positive relationship with you, okay? For the Natural Way Company, they went through a lot of burdens in the past within their relationships. All right, but they do see you as a good luck charm with the Wheel of Fortune. All right, that is my reading for the Natural Way Company. All right. All right, so for Clinda, how does Peter feel about Clinda? How does Peter feel about Clinda? How does Peter feel about Clinda? Thank you, Diane, for being my moderator. Thank you, Official Cassidy Diamond. All right. Okay, for Clinda, what does Peter feel about you? Okay, they like your morals and values. They like your standards. They like your aura. They think that you're a boss. Do not change for anybody. They like the fact that you stand your ground. Okay, Clinda? All right. Peter also thinks that you're very passionate, you're very creative, you're very inspiring, okay? Also, Peter also thinks that you're very romantic, you're very generous, you're very kind, all right? So, Clinda, Peter thinks really positive of you. They think that you're very kind, you're very generous, you're very caring, you're very passionate, you're very creative, you're very inspiring. And also, they think that you're in your boss mentality. And they think that what was this? Do not change your morals and values for anybody because they will like you for who you are. Okay, that is my reading for Clinda. All right. All right, for Selma. For Selma. What is Jacob's feelings for Selma? 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 Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? What is Jacob's feelings for Selma? Okay. Jacob's feelings for Selma is that they want a new relationship with you. Yeah, they see you as prosperity and success. Yeah, for Selma, this person want to come towards you because they see you as very successful. They see you as very passionate, very fiery, very loving, very stern, okay? They see that you have high standards. They might feel like they have to put up a lot of work to come into your presence, okay? And they might went through some sort of heartbreak in the past. They feel like the love relationship might be a little bit delayed, but they are following the spiritual guides to come towards you, okay? All right, for Selma, okay? Selma, this person do want to come towards you with communication and love, okay? That is my reading for Selma. All right. All right, so Cloud, you're welcome. I'm Shirley. All right, I'm going to do a reading for Cloud. And then Spring. And then Lady Luck, yes, you can ask your question. Brian Beard, you can also... Thank you, Justin, for your... Thank you, Justin, for your donation. I appreciate that. Beast Provav. Beast Provav. Okay, in that order, okay? All right. All right, so for Cloud, they want a love reading for Cloud. They want a love reading for Cloud. Can I get a love reading for Cloud? Oh. Oh, oh shit. See, when that happens. My bad, guys. All right, for this situation, it's saying for you to let go of control issues for Cloud. In order for you to get love, you need to let go of control issues. I gotta also say that express your love because a lot of people are interested in you at this time for Cloud, okay? Also, you are going through a healing family issue, all right? And then you gotta forgive and learn through your relationships. But I gotta say, there are attraction and you are going to engage with conversation for love. Yeah, you need to put yourself out there, Cloud. You need to go on dating. You need to go out dating because you are going to meet a lot of people and you're going to have a lot of choices within love, okay? Within your future, all right? That is for Cloud, all right? So, let me do a reading for Let me do a reading for Spring really quick. Lady Luck, yes, ask your question. Can I get 2 more cards for Spring? Will they get their karma? Will they get their karma? Will they get the karma for Spring? 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 That's a lot of cards, but I'll take these. Yes. For Spring, they will get the karma. They will go through a time of illness. They will need a lot of rest. They're not trying to spend too much money because they need to save up money at this time. So for Spring, yes, they will go through the karma where they might get a little bit sick. They might need some rest. They might not be having a lot of money at this time. 2255 angel number, okay? All right. Lady Luck, yes, you can ask your question. All right. All right, I'm going to go in order. Wait. For Beast Pro, is there a career opportunity coming in for Beast Pro? Is there a career opportunity 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 for Beast Pro? 2255. Yeah, thank you for the donation, Justin Kessinger. I appreciate that, okay? All right, for Beast Pro, yes, you can get a new career opportunity. You are the magician. You will get whatever you want as long as you write it down and speak into existence, okay? When will you get this new career or new job? Within 9 days, 9 weeks, all right? Within 9 days, 9 weeks, or within a year. But I don't see it that long. I gotta say within 9 days or 9 weeks. So that's within 3 months. Yeah. So within 9 days to 3 months, you're gonna get a new job, a new career opportunity, all right? That is for Beast Pro, okay? That is from Beast Pro, all right? You're welcome, Haiti. All right, so you're welcome, Queen of the Making. Bless you. How are you doing? Bless you. I hope you are doing fine. Okay, Arushi. For Arushi, will they get a good money and job in March? For Arushi, 2255. Will they get a good job in March? Will they get a good job in March? Will they get a good job in March? Will they get a good job in March for Arushi? All right, so for Arushi Jadhav, okay, all right. For Arushi Jadhav, you will get your abundance. You will get a job in March. But your spirit guides is just saying that do not care about what people think. Do what you gotta do. All right. And your wheel of fortune is gonna turn in your favor. And then the Queen of Pentacles is there. That's money card. So yes, Arushi, you can get good money and a job within March. All right. All right. Let me go to Justin because Justin did donate. I will come back to bless you. Okay. Let me go to Justin. All right, let me go to Justin really quick. Justin, oh my God, his reading is all the way down. Where's Justin Kessinger? Okay, where's Justin Kessinger's reading? All the way on the bottom? Okay, hold on. Where is this going? Oh, where's Justin's question? Hold on, guys. I'm just trying to look through this really quick. Oh, Justin's right here. Can I get a reading for me and Raquel for Justin? All right, for Justin, this is your reading between you and Raquel. All right, this is your reading for you and Raquel, okay? For Justin Kessinger, this is a reading for you and Raquel. All right, what's going to come up between Justin Kessinger and Raquel? What's going to come with the situation for Justin Kessinger and Raquel? What's going to happen with this situation? All right, what's going to happen between the situation? All right, so Justin and Raquel, you are starting a new beginning. There is a new opportunity very soon for you guys. A lot of communication, a lot of passion, because the Ace of Wands is a passion card, and it's also going to be very quick passion, all right? New opportunities, new beginnings, a new venture, career development, personal development as well. I'm saying that this love life is going to be very stable. Both of you guys are going to be inspired by each other, and you guys are going to put in a lot of work to make this work. I do think that between your past, between you and this person, you guys both felt like maybe you were disappointed with money at one point. But I gotta say, for Justin Kessinger, yes, this relationship is going to be very passionate, very quick, very powerful, very communicative, and both of you guys are going to gain an abundance together with the Eight of Pentacles, all right? All right, that is my reading for Justin Kessinger. Thank you for the donation, okay? All right, so let me go back real quick. Okay. Let's see what's going on. I'm trying to go back to where I was. I will end this live stream very soon, okay, guys? Let's see. Hold on, guys. Bless you. Oh, I think this is where I was at. Queen in the making. Bless you right here. All right, for bless you. For bless you. When will my divorce case finally be filed in court? All right, for bless you. For bless you. When will my divorce case be? When will my divorce case be filed? When will my divorce case be filed? Okay. Your divorce case might be filed between 4 months through 9 months. So I do see between 4 to 9 months is when your divorce case will be filed, because you got the 4 of Wands and then the 4 of Cups and then the 9 of Wands, okay? So between 4 months and 9 months, your court will be filed, all right? All right. For Pallaby. Pallaby? Okay, Pallaby. For Pallaby. For Pallaby. For Pallaby. The Suvic love 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 Pallaby. Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? The Suvic love Pallaby. Okay. So, the Suvic love Pallaby. Okay. Pallaby. Suvic does love you. They do want to come towards you, but the journey might be a little bit delayed because they are working on themselves. They're balancing the energy right now. They are trying to gain clarity to come towards you, Pallaby, but they are a great manifester. They are trying to manifest you into their life, okay? For Pallaby. Yes, this person do have feelings for you. It might be a little bit delayed, but they do want to manifest you back into their life. They do think that you are a very kind person, someone that's very smart, someone that they want to be with, okay? That is for Pallaby, okay? Thank you for subscribing. All right. So, all right, for Zar. Is Arzu and Vashma friends or lovers? Is Arzu and Washma friends or lovers? Is Arzu and Washma friends or lovers? Is Arzu and Washma friends or lovers? Is Arzu friends? Okay. Are they friends or lovers? Okay, this situation for Zara, I do think that Arzu and Vashma is actually friends. They're actually friends. They're not lovers. Because you got the coin card. Then you got the cups in reverse. And then it's setting setbacks. So yes, for Zara, Arzu and Washma are just friends. They're not lovers, okay? Alright, let's see. Let me go down. Momochi. Alright, so Karmic Karen. Alright, for Karmic Karen. For Karmic Karen. For Karmic Karen. Can I get a love reading for Karmic Karen, please? And thank you. I'm doing well, Janny. How are you doing, Janny? Alright, for Karmic Karen. What do I see in love for Karmic Karen? What do I see in love for Karmic Karen? Can I get 3 to 6 cards, please, Spirit, for Karmic Karen? Oh, it's saying love yourself first. Always love yourself first. Okay, let me get 2 more cards for Karmic Karen. Let me get 2 more cards for Karmic Karen, please, and thank you, Spirit, for Karmic Karen. All right. Can I get 2 more cards for Karmic Karen at this time? Can I get 2 more cards for Karmic Karen? All right, the latest I can stay for you guys is 7:15, okay? Because I do have to eat dinner and I do have to sleep early because I do have to go help my students tomorrow, so teach my students. So, all right, at the latest, I will try to get up to 7:15 Eastern time, okay? All right, so for Karmic Karen, what else? Oh, Karmic Karen, you're also going through a honeymoon stage. So you're not going to be in a honeymoon, obviously, but it also means that you will be going through a honeymoon stage. So this means, Karmic Karen, you do need to go out more on dates. You need to put yourself out there. You need to go out with your family and friends. I also think that your friends might also kind of hook you up with somebody. If not that, maybe you will go out with your friends and you will find love there, because the honeymoon phase it means that you will start some sort of engagement with a bunch of people, and then you are having a lot of choices to pick from, okay? All right, can I get 1 more card for Karmic Karen for love? Can I get 1 more card for Karmic Karen for love? All right. Can I get 1 more card for Karmic Karen? Can I get 1 more card for Karmic Karen, please? And thank you, Spirit. Oh, okay. So, within your future, I think someone might be having eyes on you right now. For Karmic Karen, there are romantic feelings, okay? That's coming in for you. You and your person in your future likes to do things together alone, okay? Likes to travel together, likes to watch movies together, like to cook together. You guys like to do things all by yourself. You don't like to do things with a group of people, all right? And there is some sort of attraction. Karma Karen, I do believe that your love life is going to come in for you very soon, probably within this year, okay? And they will be attracted towards you. All right, but you need to put yourself out there at this time. You need to go out with your family and friends. And also, if you want to do the dating scene, you can also do that. All right, that is my love reading for Karmic Karen. All right, I hope that resonates for you. Okay, thank you for joining the fam. All right, I'm gonna do a reading for Janny and then Alina if they have a question for Alina. If Alina has a question, okay. All right, so let me do a reading for Janny. Is there a reconciliation with the boyfriend and Janny? Is there a reconciliation with the boyfriend and Janny? There can be a reconciliation, Janny, between you and your boyfriend, but I gotta tell you the truth. What I see is they're going through some sort of regret. And also they might be juggling a priority. Maybe they can't come towards you right now because they're prioritizing like a career or a family member before you, all right, or a friend. They might be prioritizing something before you. But for Janny, will they want to reconcile? Yes, all right. That is my reading for Janny, okay. All right, Alina Purple said they liked and sub. What was Alina's question? Oh, all right. So I'm gonna do a reading for Danny the therapist, Alina Purple, Momochi. Okay. All right, Danny the therapist. Danny the therapist. You said they hurt you really bad. What are his thoughts towards me right now? Okay, I think that they didn't hurt you on purpose for the therapist. I think they're frustrated within their goals and values right now. They're frustrated with not being able to do what they want to do. And they feel like they're blocked, which is the reason why you were collateral damage. They feel like you're in their way and they just wanted to argue with you because they're not feeling good about themselves. They do see you as a star. They also see you as the sun. So you do give them hope. You do inspire them for dating the therapist. And they see you as an abundant person. But I gotta say that the reason why they were mad at you is probably because they're not happy within their life. And they kind of say mean things towards you, okay? But it has nothing to really do with you, okay? But that is my ring for Danny the therapist, all right? All right, for Alina Purple, Amira. How does Wally feel about Amira? How does Wally feel about Amira? How does Wally feel about Amira for Alina Purple? How does Wally feel about Amira for Alina Purple? How does Wally feel about Amira for Alina Purple? Okay, so you got 2 wands card. For Alina Purple, your person that you're asking about, Wally, do have passions towards you. Because this is a fiery card. They do want to come towards you really quick with a new opportunity, with new communications. They are very touchy-feely. They want to come towards you to kind of express you how they really feel. They want to travel towards you. They want to do fun things with you, okay? So for Alina Purple, that is how they currently feel about you. They are very passionate about your energy. All right, for Alina Purple. Now, I gotta say that they do have some self-limiting beliefs about their love life every now and then. But I gotta tell you, though, for Alina Purple, they do want to come towards you with some sort of communication, fiery, passionate energy, okay? For Alina Purple. All right, Momochi, this is your last reading, okay? All right. All right, so for Momochi, what is Buvesh's current feelings for Momochi? All right, they do want to come towards you. They do want to reconcile. They do want to start something new with Momochi. They are working on their abundance to come towards you. They feel that you are a great nurturer. They might be ignoring interpersonal relationships right now, and they want to reconcile with you. So from a mochi, yes, they do have love for you. They see you as a kind, caring person, and they do want to reconcile. All right, that is my reading from Momochi. All right, okay. That damn OJ. That damn OJ. Renessa said, "Thank you, Luna. Your readings were accurate. He is going through family and financial issues." All right, you're welcome. All right, that damn OJ. How's the date with Abby going to go tomorrow? How's the date with Abby going to go tomorrow for that damn OJ? How is the date with Abby going to go tomorrow? How is the date with Abby going to go tomorrow? Can I get one more card for that damn OJ? All right. All right, that damn OJ. Your date tomorrow is going to go really well. Your date tomorrow is going to go really well because this person is going to have happy memories of your date. When you date them, they're going to be really happy and they're going to want, obviously, they're going to want to date you again. They see you as someone that likes to harmonize with people. They see you as a balanced person. And they think that you are a highly motivated person. So yes, for that damn OJ, tomorrow's going to go well with the date with Abby, okay? All right, that is my reading. For Michelle Morin. Michelle Morin. For Michelle Morin. Michelle Morin. What is Jay's feelings towards Michelle Morin at this time? Okay, so Michelle Morin, how does Jay feel about you at this time? They might have felt like they were abandoned by this relationship, or they felt like they weren't support at one point. They felt like the relationship was crumbling in front of their eyes. But then afterwards, for Michelle, I do see that the Page of Cups is coming in for you. They do have emotions for you. All right. They do love your energy. They think that you're very pure. They also are working towards their money and abundance right now. And they see you as a strength card. They also want you to know that you give them strength. All right. From Michelle Morin. Okay. That is my reading for Michelle Morin. Hi, Monica C. Katie. I was just looking for clarification on why Robert isn't texting me, more so his feelings. Okay. All right, for Katie. For Katie, why? For Katie. What is Robert feeling for Katie right now? What is Robert feeling for Katie right now? All right, they're taking slow action towards you, Katie, B8G. They're taking slow actions towards you. They are seeking acceptance and forgiveness. They are recovering from some sort of heartbreak in the past. I don't know if you guys went through a fight, but they are recovering. They may have went through a lot of betrayal, so they feel a little bit scared about relationships. But they do see you as successful. They do want to come towards you with a love. What their love language is very fiery. They do want to come towards you, okay? All right. That is for Katie. That is for Katie, okay? All right. I will be ending my live stream really soon. What should I say that will receive the best response? All right, for Jewel, what will they say to receive the best response? All right, to receive the best response for Jewel, you should say that you are willing to collaborate and to be the best person that you can be in order to make this this UMG publishing work, because you want to be a great collaborator and you do anything to be a good collaborator, okay? That is for Jewel, okay? Mamoon, you're welcome. Let's see. You're welcome, Blue Paradise. All right. Thank you, Star Angel, for the donation. Diane. Thank you, Diane. All right, I'm gonna say who's gonna be my last person for tonight. Okay, I do have to sleep early tonight. I have to eat dinner too. I didn't eat dinner yet. Um, so I'm gonna do a reading for Aster Seed. Yeah, hold on. Star Angel Tarot, I did say that your baby is gonna bring you an abundance of money, and also your baby is gonna bring you peace and harmony. If you didn't hear it the first time, okay. Thank you for the donation. All right. Let's see. All right, so where was I at? Okay, I'm gonna do a reading for Aster Seed, and then Celine Jones Doe, and then Hey Happy Beans. Thank you, CB Winning. Work went really well. Okay, thank you, CB Winning. How are you doing, my friend? I'm doing good. How are you doing, Official Cassie Dime? All right, so let's see who's getting blocked. All right, so I think that my last person. Hold on, guys. I'm just looking at this real quick. Okay, so my last person for tonight. My last person for tonight will be Joel Ireland, okay? All right. If I do miss your question, I apologize. But come back tomorrow at 5 to 5:30 Eastern time, okay? All right. So Joel Ireland will be my last person, okay? All right. So let me go back. Let me go back really quick. All right, so Celine Jones Doe said, will my life in my current country be filled with abundance and happiness? For Celine Jones Doe, will their life in their country bring in happiness? Can I get one card for Celine Jones Doe? Can I get one card for Celine Jones Doe? Yes, Celine Jones Doe. The country that you're in right now is going to bring you a lot of happiness, because I think that you are a great manifester within this country. A lot of people are going to see you as the Empress card. A lot of people are going to fall in love with you at your country. The Ten of Pentacles, a lot of abundance with coins. And also the Two of Wands. It's saying that you are traveling. Your country right now is bringing you a lot of abundance and happiness within money and love. All right, that is my reading for Celine Jones Doe. All right. Hey, Happy Beans. Will the arranged marriage get fixed this year for Hey, Happy Beans? Will the arranged marriage get fixed? For Hey Happy Beans, will this arranged marriage get fixed this year? I gotta tell you, for Hey Happy Beans, I don't think this arranged marriage is gonna get fixed this year, because the world means it's a little bit delayed, and there's some sort of disappointment. There are some sort of negative energy right now with the Devil card. But for Hey Happy Beans, your arranged marriage can be fixed within the next year. Okay, my friend? All right. So for Shirley Madore. What are S's current feelings for Shirley Madore? Hi, CB Winnie. How are you doing, my friend? So for Shirley Madore, your person's going through some sort of pain, or they are seeking forgiveness or they are recovering at this time because they went through some sort of betrayal before in the past. All right. But I gotta say, for Shirley Medora, this person wants a revival, a new relationship with you. They want to go through a rebirth within this situation, okay? For Shirley Medora, all right? All right. All right, I'm going to do a reading for Yayful. All right, I'm going to do a reading for Yayful and then Fisher Cassidy Diamond. All right, Yayful. Hello, Hara. Tomorrow is a day and I'm still so lost. Any advice for Yayful? Any advice for Yayful? Any advice for Yayful at this time? Any advice for Yayful at this time? For Yayful. Any advice for Yayful? All right, so your advice for Yayful, I know that you might be uncertain about your success because the Chariot came in reverse. And the Ace of Wands feel like you are blocked at this time. But I gotta tell you, you will be going through a celebration very soon, the World card. It might be a little bit delayed, you might be a little bit blocked, but this situations you are going to overcome because you got the World card, okay? For Yayful, whatever you are doing, you will overcome, all right? That is my advice to you, okay? All right, that is for Yayful. You're welcome, Dola Mandal. All right, Mary. All right, Mary. How will tomorrow be for Mary? Oh, too many cards. All right, how will tomorrow be for Mary? 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 How will tomorrow be for Mary at this time? How will tomorrow be for Mary? Okay, tomorrow will be a little bit slow. I don't know what you do within your life or your career. But for Mary, tomorrow might be a slow day because you got the Eight of Wands. It's saying slow action. It might go a little bit slow. But you also have the Sun card. A lot of people is going to be attracted towards your energy. They see that you're abundant. They see that you're very straightforward. They see that you are also somebody that likes to be youthful, somebody that brings happiness within the workplace, okay? That is my reading for Mary, okay? All right, for S. Lila. How do I see Patty's relationship with Chris? How do I see Patty's relationship with Chris? There are a lot of challenges, S. Lila, between you and your daughter because you got the Empress in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. I sometimes feel like with the Empress in reverse, she doesn't have enough respect for you as her mother at times, and the Wheel of Fortune is not turning in your favor at this time. But in the future, though, she will have to respect you because your passions and your creativity is gonna speak volumes. Okay, all right, that is for S. Lila. All right, I remember that my last reading will be for Joel Ireland. All right. All right, for There's a Horton. For There's a Horton, will There's a Horton have to work? Well, There's a Horton have to work? Well, There's a Horton have to work? Honestly, There's a Horton. You might not want to hear this, but I do think that you might have to work because you got the Eight of Pentacles card, and then the World card is saying there is work that has to be in the process. What I can tell you, maybe you should try to ask your family and friends for help as of this time because you got the Two of Cups in reverse. So for There's a Horton, you might have to work a little bit, but you might also have to ask for help at this time, okay? That's for There's a Horton. All right, Joel Ireland is my last person for tonight, okay? If I do miss your questions, I do apologize. Please come back tomorrow at 5:30 or 5 Eastern time, okay? All right, so for Yayful, what do I see for what do I see for Raju? What do I see for Raju? What do I see for Raju? Okay, Raju is going through a lot of betrayal at this time. They are going through a depression. They feel like they have a lot of choices, but they don't know what to pick at this moment. They're trying to remove negative energies and negative things around them. They're being a little bit pessimistic with the star, and then they're going through a lot of bad karma at this time. Yeah, Yayful. They're not doing good right now. I think you need to reach out to your friend, okay, Yayful? All right. All right. My last person is Joelle Ireland. If I do miss your question, I apologize. Please come back tomorrow at 5 to 5:30 Eastern. Thank you, everybody, for being here for me. All right. All right. Joelle Ireland is my last person. How will the soulmate feel about Joelle Ireland? How will the soulmate feel about Joelle Ireland? How will their soulmate feel about Joelle Ireland? How will the soulmate feel about Joelle Ireland? Can I get one more card, please, Spirit? How will the soulmate feel about Joelle Ireland? Please and thank you, Spirit. Can I get one more card? All right. So, your future soulmate for Joelle Ireland is someone that wants to... You might already know this person. They might want to reconcile from your past. If that's not the case, your future soulmate is someone that wants to balance your energy with you. They are a balanced and harmonious person. They are divinely guided towards you. They are your past life connection. You will see a lot of angel numbers. You will see a lot of dreams. You will see a lot of symbolisms when you meet this person, okay? Also, your future soulmate is somebody that is going to be very stern, have very good morals, have very good values, probably dressed very classy too with the Hierophant card, okay? But that is what's coming for you for your soulmate, okay? For Joelle Ireland. I hope that resonates for you, all right? Thank you guys so much for the donations. Thank you guys for moderating. Thank you guys for being here on my live stream. Thank you guys for supporting me. Please do like, share, subscribe. I do live free readings often. I will be on tomorrow at 5 or 5:30 Eastern time, okay? I will be doing more live free readings tomorrow for you guys, okay? I hope that you guys have a great day, great night, wherever you guys are, and I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye-bye.